I'm a total idiot, yet the Emperor personally chose me as his consort. On our wedding night, he'd just taken off his dragon robe and sat on the bed. I couldn't wait. I pounced and kissed him. My face was covered in spit. "Is this how you kiss on your wedding night, big brother?" He smiled like a fox and pulled my hand over. "Not quite. Let me teach you, okay? I've always been different from everyone else. If you say it nicely, I'm just not that smart. If you say it bluntly, I'm an idiot." But no one ever dared to say it out loud. Because my father is the powerful chancellor. Even when I was 4 and still couldn't talk clearly, drooling and sucking my fingers like an idiot, as long as anyone exposed me, that person would disappear from this world. My father loved me like crazy, because I gave him his life. It happened before I was even born. A general rebelled, stormed into the palace and tried to kill the late emperor to seize power. My father took a poisoned needle for the late emperor and fell into a coma. The late emperor posted notices everywhere for miracle doctors. Nothing worked. In the end, a reclusive immortal came to our house. He said he needed a wisp of the youngest child's soul, and that would cure my father. Back then, the only kid in our home was my big brother. The rest of us were still in mother's belly, and I was already full term but not born yet. My big brother carried the whole clan's hopes on his shoulders, so that wisp could only be taken from me. On the 3rd day after my father woke up, I was born. According to my brother, the newborn me looked no different from other kids. My mom was famously beautiful, so I didn't look bad either. If you had to name one difference, it's that I was always grinning. Drool everywhere. Everyone who saw me said I looked so cheerful. Fair-skinned and pretty, totally a little beauty. But when I was 2, I still couldn't talk. People in the house suspected I was mute, but no one dared to say it. Only my father would stroke my head lovingly, saying, "My little Aining is blessed." The day I finally spoke, it happened to be the late emperor's birthday banquet. Father brought mother and my brother, and carried me there. The late emperor saw me in father's arms, and said, in the blink of an eye, I'd grown into a little girl. Father took me to bow to the late emperor. I let go of father's hand, stumbled forward a few steps, and said my first words, "Long live you, 10,000 years. Reward her, reward her, reward her." The late emperor was thrilled. With a wave, he granted 10,000 taels of gold, and with an imperial edict, he made me a county princess. When father heard me speak, he cried happy tears. From that day on, I slowly started talking more, but I still wasn't like normal kids. I spoke slowly and my words weren't clear. I also fell down all the time. It just made it even more proof that I was an idiot. But I've always had good luck. Maybe idiots really do have their own kind of luck. I remember that year the drought was brutal. It didn't rain for a whole year. Not a single grain was harvested. The late emperor got so worried he fell seriously ill. Memorials piled up and got sent to the new emperor non-stop. That day, I don't know what got into me, but I insisted on following father. If not, I'd bawl my eyes out. Father had no choice, so he took me to greet the new emperor. I shuffled up to the new emperor's sickbed, all dopey. Touched his forehead and said, "Ow, it's hot. Rain, please, rain." I remembered mom saying you'll catch a cold in the rain. If the emperor uncle gets rained on, his forehead won't be so hot. The moment I finished, the wind picked up outside. I laughed and pointed out the window. Look, look. And it rained for a whole week, and the drought was over. The late emperor got better too. And I got another title, Lady Fuhui. It meant double blessings. I didn't get what that meant. I only knew my name was Fu Lining. Because I ended that drought, the late emperor treated me like a lucky star. He even allowed father to bring me into the palace. So I showed up to all kinds of palace banquets. The first time I met Si Jingcheng was in the Imperial Garden. I wandered into the Imperial Garden and saw someone standing in the corner. I thought it was my brother, so I ran over, stumbling the whole way. Then bam, I fell right in front of him. Jingcheng helped me up. I stared at this boy way older than me. Si Jingcheng had sharp brows and eyes that could cut, and when he looked at my dumb face, he actually smiled. What happened after that, I don't remember. I only remember this. That day in the Imperial Garden, I saw someone even prettier than an immortal. The next time I saw Si Jingcheng was 2 years later at the late emperor's birthday banquet. "Ning, come here. Help me see who else here is long live." I didn't understand what he meant. I looked at the late emperor, confused. Maybe my eyes looked stupidly pure. The late emperor didn't notice my confusion. He patted my hand gently and said, "Go on, look around." I bit my lip, totally lost. I scanned the room. Everyone was a stranger. Only Si Jingcheng in the corner looked familiar. I ran over to him, excited, and poked his cheek with my finger. The late emperor burst into a satisfied laugh. Good, good, good. Lining really gets me." I had no idea what just happened. But seeing everyone laugh, I got happy too. I laughed so hard I started drooling. I was scared my immortal big brother would see me like that. So the moment I drooled, I sucked it right back in. After that, Si Jingcheng, who used to be ignored, started showing up in everyone's sight. After the former emperor died, he successfully took the throne. A lot of noble girls tried everything to get close to him, but he didn't care at all. Instead, he kept running to the chancellor's mansion. In front of others, he was cold and ruthless. You could never read his emotions. With all those fluttery, clingy girls swarming him, he didn't even look at them. His gentleness was only for me. But honestly, he kind of annoyed me, because he was always clinging to me, forcing me to write his name. Too many strokes, it's so hard. I put the brush down and pouted in protest. Fine, then don't write it. Ninger, just stay with me forever. I looked up into Si Jingcheng's eyes, grinning as I bumped the pillow. I went bouncing off to tell father. I'll spend my whole life with father, and also with Jingcheng Gega. But the second father heard that, his face went dark. That night, he went straight to the imperial study. "Your Majesty, Lining was born with idiocy. This old minister begs you, please don't disturb her anymore." After Si Jingcheng took the throne, he kept asking father to make me empress. The harem is dangerous. If I sat in that empress seat, I'd be eaten alive. With father and my brother blocking it hard, he made the Minister of Revenue's legitimate daughter, Yang Qing Shui, empress instead. Si Jingcheng was always calm, but at father's request right now, A flash of impatience crossed his face. Chancellor, I truly love your daughter. This old minister knows your majesty means it right now. But how long can that true heart last? A month, a year, a lifetime? For my happiness, father didn't even care about court etiquette anymore. I know your majesty is fond of Lining, so there's something I don't dare hide from you. Your majesty, my Lining isn't like ordinary people. What do you mean? The ugly rumor, it's true. My daughter is, in fact, an idiot. The secret father guarded his whole life was still spoken out loud. Are you willing to bring an idiot into the harem? When father said that, Si Jingcheng froze and didn't answer. Father gave a self-mocking smile. Since ancient times, what emperor would marry an idiot? It'd be the biggest joke in the world. Looks like your majesty isn't sincere about Lining either. I am. Jingcheng had reassured father more than once, promising I wouldn't suffer even a little. All that was left was an imperial edict to prove his heart. Your majesty's sincerity, this old minister knows. But Lining's mind is simple, and the harem is full of schemes. It's not a place she can live in peace. Si Jingcheng let out a helpless sigh. For the first time, he hated himself. Why did he have to be emperor? If he were just a carefree prince, he could protect his Ninger, but after father passed away someday, who would take care of Ninger? Si Jingcheng's words hit father right in the heart. My brother lived on the battlefield, so he really couldn't be by my side all the time. Father also worried he'd grow old, and after he was gone, no one would care for me. If the Chancellor is willing, I'm willing to take care of Ninger for you. I promise you, in this harem, Ninger will be safe and free of worries. If you still have doubts, I'll issue an edict right now. If Ninger suffers even a bit, I'll hand over this kingdom. Hearing Si Jingcheng say that, father thought for a long time, then finally nodded. In less than an hour, the decree making me imperial noble consort spread across the whole city. All of the capital was stunned. Everyone knew the ancestral rules. A concubine's promotion had conditions, most importantly, whether she'd born a prince. But I wasn't even in the palace yet, and I was made imperial noble consort. That kind of favor was insane. The time was too tight. There might not be time to make a full set of gold jewelry. My sister-in-law was anxious and heartbroken for me. If we can't make it in time, use the set the Empress Dowager rewarded us with at our wedding. Why are you sending little Aining into the palace? This place isn't like home. At home, we can protect her. In the harem, who's going to protect her? My sister-in-law finally stopped packing. The tears she'd been holding back finally spilled over. They say a big sister-in-law is like a mother. These past few years since she married into our family, she took such good care of me. If I got weak, a little fever or headache, she'd stay up all night watching over me. A lot of people had their eyes on the Chancellor Mansion's wealth. They sent matchmakers over, acting kind. She didn't even hesitate. She cursed them out and kicked them out. She worried that without the Chancellor Mansion's protection, I'd be wronged. Little Aining, as long as I'm alive, no one will bully you. Time flew by. In the blink of an eye, it was the day I had to enter the palace. Red wedding gifts stretched for miles through the city. Lanterns everywhere, celebrations bursting into the sky. It was a spectacle only an emperor and empress's wedding would have. A group of maids and eunuchs brought me into a beautifully decorated room. The phoenix crown on my head felt way too heavy. I reached up to take it off, and the nanny beside me smacked the back of my hand. Stop it, no manners! I'd never been hit in my life, so I was completely stunned. My maid tried to say something for me, and she got slapped too. In the harem, only the empress is the master. If you want to cling to someone powerful, learn your place. I was terrified, tears just kept falling. Then I suddenly remembered the night before. When father said today was a happy day, I wasn't allowed to cry, so I covered my mouth, holding it in. Just then, I heard the Emperor brother's excited, anxious voice outside. The palace servants didn't expect him to come early. They froze, and the kneeling nanny reacted first. She shot me a vicious glare, and lowered her voice in warning. You don't want to upset His Majesty, do you? You'd better think about what to do. Too bad you overestimated me. How would I understand what that meant? I only remembered father telling me, if anything happens, tell Si Jingcheng. Don't swallow your grievances. When I saw Si Jingcheng arrive, I threw the phoenix crown on the floor. I held up my red slapped hand and said, I want to go home. No one at home hits me. When Si Jingcheng saw my red hand, his face turned cold as he scanned the room. Killing intent flashed in his eyes. Who did this?